We've just got a massive change to the ending of Space Marine 2. Potentially, this could change how we see Titus and the story of Titus going forward. Now, before we jump in and discuss this video is going to contain huge spoilers relating to the Space Marine 2 game, specifically the ending of that game. So if you haven't played it and you don't want to be spoiled, if you're currently playing it and you don't want to be spoiled, then please leave the video right now. This is your first and only warning, brothers. Now, this is all coming off the latest Space Marine 2 patch, which dropped the other day. The image in the background right now is from the general fixes, and it states that one of these fixes is fixed an unidentified voice at the end of the story that was assigned to the wrong character. Now, that voice line that has been changed is all about the last cinematic of the game. The cinematic that's showing in the background, by the way, which is absolutely amazing. Side note, every cinematic in this game blows me away. But in this cinematic, Calgar, Titus and his squad are trying to break that warp device which is causing so much ruin and damnation. And of course, what we get in that scene while Calgar and Titus' squad is fighting that greater demon of Zinch, Titus gets the warp device, and in his pain and his struggle, he snaps it in half, cursing the Chaos Sorcerer to eternal damnation. He's probably died. Maybe he'll come back in a sequel. We don't really know at this point. But then we have this scene, a scene which is basically Titus hearing a voice. Now, in the old footage, which is playing in the background now, when this cinematic happened, we get a voice line that says, "Rise, son of Gilliman," and that was credited to Calgar. A lot of people thought that was a bit strange, like Calgar calling another son of Gilliman a son of Gilliman. It just felt a little bit off. Even I was like, okay, I guess it's just Calgar. I guess it was just how they wrote it. But this is now what's changed, because if we load up the new footage and the new line, it's no longer Calgar that is stating that line. So the big question is, who in the Emperor's name is saying, "Rise, son of Gilliman," to Titus? Now, I have a theory, a big theory. This is going down the rabbit hole. It almost means that I have to don the foil. No, Valrak, not today, right? No foil today. We can't go this far down. It'll scare the new people. So I have a theory that that voice who is calling to Titus is none other than the Emperor of mankind himself. It makes perfect sense. The Emperor has been watching the Imperium. We know from other lore that the Emperor has empowered other beings in the galaxy to fight against the forces of chaos. So why not the Emperor take a looking in on Titus and help him destroy the forces of chaos? If you think about it from a story plot, it makes so much sense then. This is why Titus is more or less basically immune to this chaos device. There's been a lot of questions to Titus, like, how is he immune? Like, why can he touch this and play around with it and not succumb to the powers? Why can't he be destroyed? What if all this time he had the blessing of the Emperor guiding his hand? So on Graia, that is why he could carry it. That is why he could do the things he did. This is why the Inquisition took him in, because they thought he was tainted, because no one else should be able to do this. But they never thought to look that it was the Emperor's faith in Titus guiding him along the way. And then what you have now in this sequel is Titus doing all that again, literally touching it with his like bare ceramite hands, right, snapping it open in that awesome cinematic and destroying it. Well, we think it's destroyed at this moment in time. And then we get this voice, "Rise, son of Gilliman," and it's not given to anyone. It's not given to like Gadriel, Kairon, well, it was to Calgar, but they retconned that. It was supposed to be to Calgar. So who in the Emperor's name is that voice? It's the Emperor, right? That is who it has to be. Please, someone give me a more logical explanation about this voice. Who in the Emperor's name could it have been if it's not the Emperor? All along, Titus has been the chosen of the Emperor of mankind. He's been doing his deeds while the Emperor is fighting the hordes of chaos on the Golden Throne. Titus is his Ultramarine champion. Am I wrong? Am I insane? Do I need the foil? Why are the developers changing the voice lines? Make it make sense, brothers and sisters of the Imperium. Why is this been added? Why has this been changed? Please, I want you to post down below. I want you to give me the most logical conclusion to what we've got. Because if you can't come up with anything, then I'm taking it as the Emperor. The Emperor is active, the Emperor is here, and we're about to get a brand new war. This opens like a whole packet of crisps to different things. Like, this technically story is in the main narrative story of Warhammer 40,000. So this is another note of the Emperor getting involved in most storylines. We had it in the Plague Ward series, and now we're having it with Titus fighting Zinch and the Tyranids in the big narrative of 10th edition. More marks on the board that the Emperor could maybe slowly be waking up, getting more active, getting more involved in the key storyline of Warhammer 40,000. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching as always. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below. I'm going to have a nice little chin wag down there as we always do. See ya. Have a great day and bye-bye.